everyone. I'm John Richardson. Hey, today I'd like to share with you something that's really changed my life. Something that has allowed me to overcome one of the worst scourges in the 21st century, and that's clutter, a messy desk. I don't know about you, but I have suffered with a messy desk different times in my life for years. In fact, not only a messy desk, but any horizontal surface. They tend to attract stuff. Let's take a look at what's on this desk. It's got old newspapers, paper plates, boxes, old bills, napkins, bills that need to be paid, a lot of different things. So in my life, different times, I've tried different strategies to deal with this. And I've taken different extremes. I've taken the extreme of just coming in, throwing everything away, and then realizing it never fails that I threw something away that I needed. That was really important. And that stack of stuff was a bill that needed to be paid, or was a DMV receipt, or something that was important. Because of that, I've also taken the other extreme, where I've taken an entire day, I've taken a stack of junk like this, I've sorted it out, and I've taken each bill, each receipt, made a folder, put it in a file cabinet, put it away, never to be seen again. Both extremes have been problematic. But a couple of years ago, I discovered something that really works, and it works well. The cool thing is, it only takes 5 minutes to do it. It's less than $5, and you can do it today. And it will keep you under control, keep your desk clean, and it works really well. Let me explain how it works. You'll need 4 items. The first is something you probably already have, and that's a trash can. Depending on how much stuff you have on your desk, you may want a pretty good size one. For our exercise today, this little 16-inch one will do just fine. Make sure that it's empty and it's ready to go. The second thing that you'll need is a recycle bin. This can be plastic, cardboard, made out of wood. It can be any type of container, but it needs to be large enough that your standard 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper will fit in there, magazines, and other common items that you're going to want to recycle. The third item that you'll need is an inbox. And you can pick these up at any office supply store, Walmart, Kmart, whatever. They're not very expensive. This one I think was $1.59. You just need something that when things come in that need to be taken care of, that need to have an action put on them, like paying your bills, that you have a dedicated place for taking action. The last thing that you need is just a cardboard box with a lid. I prefer the office supply ones that you would use like at tax time for storing records. They're only $1 or $2. I think you can source all 4 of these items for under $5. I think this one was 99 cents. So just make sure it has a lid. You probably already have one. Make sure it has a lid, make sure it's empty. So, what do we do with the stuff? Well, the first thing we need to do is throw away the trash. So, set aside a timer for 5 minutes, start going through things, and you want to put things in 3 different piles. The first pile, and you can put it directly in there, is to throw the trash away. Take the newspapers, the paper plates, the napkins, old boxes, and any of the bills or mail that don't have any personal information on it. You can be as strict or as you want on that. So I've got some things here where people want money. They don't have any personal information other than my name and address on it, so I can go ahead and throw those away. So we put those away. The next thing that we're going to want to deal with is things we don't know what to do with. this thing that's got a coupon for a seminar coming up. Maybe I want to go to that. What do I do with it? Do I throw it in the trash? Well, maybe I want to see it later. So anything like this, we want to put in our recycle bin. So we put it in our recycle bin and we go through our desk and find anything that does not need an action on it. So anything that's bills that have already been paid, junk mail that we want to save, old magazines, or anything that has our personal information on it, such as bills or receipts or credit card receipts, or the really bad ones, the ones that come in the mail that are credit card deals that have the easy to fill out application. We want to put those not in the trash, but in our recycle bin. So we go through and we consolidate all of our stuff. So the majority of what's on our desk will go into our recycle bin and fill that up. The last pile is any bills or receipts that need to have an action taken on them. And for those particular bills, we just put those into our inbox. We fill them up, and so now we have 3 particular stacks. So take 5 minutes, maybe more if it's really a mess, and make your 3 stacks, throw your trash away, put the majority of the things in your recycle bin, and anything that needs an action on it, put it in your inbox, and we'll go from there. Welcome back. I've taken 5 minutes and I've gone through what was on our table and I divided it into 3 different containers. I put the trash in our trash can. I put the things that I didn't know exactly what to do with, but I didn't need to take an action on, into the recycle bin. And I put all the bills and other things that needed a complete action done on them into our inbox. So now I have what was on my desk sorted into 3 separate piles. The trash, we can take it outside and we can dump it. The recycle bin, we can put underneath our desk. And if you want to get a lid for it so that you keep things out of the way, just store it underneath your desk. The inbox, put up on top of your desk or a place where you deal with mail and other input as it comes into your house. So we have one place for important papers to go in the inbox. As things get processed and we don't know what to do with an item, or if it has important information in it, something that we may need again, we put it in our recycle bin. Anything that's genuinely trash that doesn't have important information in, we put in our trash can. We just do this on a daily basis. Now, over a period of time, your recycle bin will fill up. And depending on the size of your recycle bin, a way to work with this is to get your large cardboard box. And this is the trick to making this whole thing work, because the box is our shred box. And what we'll do is, as our recycle bin fills up, we'll take the bottom half of our recycle bin, the piece that's been there the longest, that's mellowed, we found out, gosh, we don't really need that stuff, haven't looked at it in a month or 2, we take the bottom half of our recycle bin when it gets filled and put it into our shred box. We still have that particular material. We haven't thrown it away yet. And as our recycle bin fills up again, we take the bottom half, take it out, put it in the shred box. I find with the one I have at work that I have to dump the recycle bin about once every month or 2 months. And we have a large shred container at work where things get shredded. So, what you can do with the things that go into your large box, you can either buy a shredder and shred them. We and throw the rest of the items away that you've had for a month or two that you really didn't want. Or you can keep that box until it fills up and then take it to a place that does shredding by the box. Locally here where I live, it costs $10 a box to have it shredded. That's a whole heck of a lot cheaper than buying a industrial strength shredder that will actually shred the credit card applications that come in the mail in one fell swoop. Don't buy a cheap shredder. They'll just frustrate you to heck. So you can either buy a $100 shredder that will shred 8 to 10 pieces of paper at a time, or put it in the box, fill up the box, keep it in a closet or out of the way. When it's filled, take it down to a place that does shred. My local credit union offers free shredding of 2 boxes every 3 months. So they offer that as a free service, so it doesn't cost anything. And it's just easy to take a box down and deal with it. It saves you so much time. The nice thing is, as mail comes in, your junk mail, everything, this particular process is quick and easy because you don't have to think about it. If it's a bill or something that requires an action, it goes in here. If it's something you want to save that you don't know what to do with, or it's got personal information on, it goes in the recycle bin. And as you bring your mail in, if it's trash, it instantly goes in the trash can. So I keep these on my desk, the trash can and the recycle bin under the desk, this on top of the desk, and I keep my file box in a closet put away because I don't have to deal with that very often. But this keeps everything off the top of my desk, yet I still have access to it if I need to get to it. So there's very few things that you actually probably going to need to file. We'll talk about filing in another episode, but really only things you're going to need to keep permanently really do you need to put into a filing arrangement. Otherwise, you can put them in your recycle bin. If you need to get to it, the most time it will take to sort through this and find an item is about 5 minutes. That saves you a lot of time instead of taking all this and putting it in individual file folders and spending a half a day or a day filing this every time you pay bills. Believe me, I used to spend a huge amount of time filing things. I just last year when we moved, I took 15 years of files that were saved each year, took them down and had them shredded, and never once looked at those again in that file cabinet. So only important things like things for the DMV, pink slips, that type of thing, your birth certificate, passports, anything of that nature, your insurance papers, anything important that's permanent, we'll set that up in a file. But on those, you don't have to deal with those very often. So this is a solution that works well. Your bills, as you pay those, I would suggest paying them twice a month. As you pay them and you write on paid, you put the envelope in your recycle bin. That way, if a month or two the utility says, gosh, we didn't receive your check, you can go back and you find out when you paid it. You still have all the information. It's just not on the top of your desk, yet it's in a place that within 5 minutes you can get to it because you know where it is. This is a known location. You know the action items, the items that are eventually going to be shred, and the trash items. It's simple. It's under $5. You can do this. It took me 5 minutes to do this when I first set it up. I just put everything in the recycle bin, and at first I thought, man, I'm going to need a lot of that stuff. You know what? Every month when I go through and take the bottom half out, I go through it, I take another 5 minutes, I throw most of it away, and the rest of it goes into my shred box. It's simple, it takes very little time, and it solves a problem, and it keeps your horizontal surfaces completely clean. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the 5-minute recycle